Alright, welcome to Forza Motorsport 7's online multiplayer. We're going to be doing some simulation racing today. That means all the damage is enabled. And we've got some Sport Compact Icon action coming up for you. We've got 4 races in fact today. First one of which is going to be here on Suzuka, on the alternate version of the full circuit. We have some rain. That's going to be interesting. Only 2 laps though, so not a long race. Right then, I'll be starting in 5th place. There's only 6 of us. There's Sir Ermalot up ahead in 3rd. Not a bad launch. Seem to have even kept up with the 4-wheel drive car there. They normally get away very quickly. Trying not to hit that guy in front, going through the first couple of turns. It's the first race of the session, so I'm not going to try and do anything too crazy. Really all I want to do is just treat this as a warm-up, get into things. Oh, there goes Sir Ermalot, unforced error by the looks of it. It hasn't even started to rain yet. This guy seems to be having a bit of trouble keeping us in a straight line, so as soon as I can get past him safely, I will. There we go, up into 3rd place. A little bit late on the brakes coming around that one, but I made it around alright. I'll try and get my elbows out and stop that guy from getting back past me again. This chicane's going to catch a few people out if they haven't realised we're on the alternate version of the circuit. And sadly that's exactly what Sir Ermalot's just done, which means he's going to be retiring due to sustaining way too much damage. So we're down to only 5 cars now. Here comes the rain. Just as we're getting towards the end of the lap. Very tight chicane this one, down into 1st gear, which I don't normally do on this car. So I'm actually up 2 places by the end of the 1st lap, which is pretty decent. At this point I don't really think I'm going to catch up with the guys in front. They've got quite a long lead. So I'm just going to settle into 3rd, put in the best lap I can, try and keep it clean if possible. This car does struggle in the rain though, so... Nope, it's already gone dirty. If I can just keep 3rd then and get it round safely, that'll be good enough for the first race. That caution ahead sign, that means that the guy in front's had quite a spill there. If he's picked up any damage, I might actually be able to overtake him as well, or at least catch up to him. Yeah, he's definitely a lot slower than he should be, so that'll be second place for me. Thank you very much indeed. A cheeky little tap there. I don't think he's done it on purpose. It's very slippery now. And if he's damaged his brakes and suspension, then he does seem to want to cut through the chicane now. I'm not going to let him do that. So that's going to be second place. That's definitely better than I expected to do on my first outing for the day. Didn't get the clean lap, but that's alright. Didn't have a particularly fast lap, but it looks like I should be starting third in the next race. Okay, so the next race is going to be at Hockenheim on the national circuit, and we're going to have some sunshine for this one. So a nice normal dry track, especially after that thunderstorm in the last one. That'll be quite nice. There's a few more people joined this time, so hopefully a bigger field, make things a little more interesting. Let's see where we're going to be starting then. Second place. And Sir Ermalot's quite far back there. Was he in like 6th place or something, I think? Right, so there's 8 of us. 3 laps around this short track. Turn 1, pretty clean. Well, for me, anyway. This double apex can be tricky to nail down. Gone up on the inside, taken that place, but he's got quicker line out, so it's going to be a couple of moves yet before I take him properly. I do want to get past him, I want my place back, but as long as I can stay on the podium I'll be happy. That ought to do it then. So by the end of the first lap I'm pretty much where I was at the beginning. You still have all 8 cars in the race, so there hasn't been any particularly big drama by the looks of it. At this point I'm thinking let's just go for a clean lap, because we know the Integra is a very strong car. Somebody's just retired there. Maybe I spoke too soon about there not being any drama. So that's one clean lap at least. And if you don't know, clean laps are superior to dirty laps in this game, and you qualify for the next race based on your best lap from the previous race. So clean laps will always be higher valued and more important than dirty laps. So you want the quickest, cleanest lap possible in order to start at the front, or as near to the front as you can. So this is going to be second place, which is a good finish. Same place as where I started, so not bad. Any podium finish is good normally. Now I had the only clean lap there, which should automatically put me on pole for the next race, even if it was slightly slower than the guy who finished in first. But because his lap's dirty, it's going to be put behind mine automatically. Okay, so the next race is going to be at Hockenheim again. It's on the shorter short circuit this time, and the rain has come over, so it's a little different to the previous race. We'll just see how it goes. Doesn't look like we'll have as many people taking part this time. We've got one guy there who's chosen to sit this one out. Right, so starting in pole, just as I said from the end of the last race. There's Ermalot in third, just behind me. So a nice clean getaway there. Should be able to get around turn one nice and safe. Good. Bit of a tap up the bum there, but nothing I can't handle. Now I know this guy's putting some pressure on behind me. I'm trying to ignore that the best I can and just put down the best lap time possible for myself. It's always important when you got someone right up behind you like that not to let the pressure get to you. Of course, he's going to be thinking the opposite. He wants to put the pressure on. He wants to force me to make a mistake. Of course, because that's exactly what I would do in that situation. I'm not sure if he was trying to come up for a lunge on the inside and missed, or maybe his car's just lighter and doesn't need to brake as early as mine. In any case, you really need to be paying attention. If you're following close behind someone approaching a corner, you have to be prepared for their braking zone, not just yours. Now, luckily for me, he seems to have made a mistake there, and I'm going to be able to open up a bit of a gap, especially now the rain's coming down, because as I said before, this car doesn't really like the wet too much. Still in first place going into the last lap. Very wet now though. At least I didn't go as wide as he did. And that's going to be the end of that one. Managed to hold on to first place from start to finish, which is great, obviously. Very short race, that one. No clean laps, but my lap was reasonably quick. By the looks of it, I should be on second place for the start of the next race. Right then, so the fourth and final race today is at Watkins Glen. The sun's out again, which is nice. Of course, it never seems to rain in Watkins Glen. We've got the alternate version of the short circuit, 3 laps, so it's going to be quite a quick track. So we're looking for capitalising on the straight line speed as much as possible here. Starting in second place, just as I said I would be. Yeah, so Ermalot right behind me in fourth. Only 7 of us. It hasn't been a big lobby today, but it hasn't been a particularly bad one either. There's the odd error. Well, there's a couple of people behind me there that seem to think the track goes much further out than it really does, but I haven't seen any malicious ramming or sabotage or anything like that. So the odd corner cut here and there, the odd track extender here and there, you're going to get that until the new rules come in, and they really can't come soon enough. But all in all, no one's been hitting each other on purpose by the looks of it, so that's good. So with 1 lap down, we're in first place, which is great. We're actually starting to build up a bit of a lead. Now unfortunately, due to the way this game works, I won't be getting a clean lap on this lap, because if you're in close proximity to another car, your lap automatically goes dirty. I have no idea why it does that, it just does. So I haven't actually left the track, I haven't cut any corners as far as I know, but I have a dirty lap anyway. A little bit across the line there, so I would have dirtied it myself. That also means I won't get a clean lap on the next lap either, because I made it dirty in the final sector, which automatically makes the following lap dirty. But I'm still in the lead, and that's good. And that's going to be a win. So that's 2 wins in a row, and all in all I'd say pretty good results, at least for myself. So Ermalot managing to get 4th there. Didn't get a clean lap, but I did have the quickest lap time, so I will be on pole for the next race. Now, I'm not going to be recording any of the other races from here. That's the first 4 of the session. The rest of the afternoon's for me and my dad. Thank you all very much for joining. See you next time.